Now, the IAEA chief has asked Russia and Ukraine to protect the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. He has highlighted 5 principles that must be followed for that nuclear power plant to be protected. What are these principles? Hem has the details.
Thank you so much, Rohit. Now, the IAEA nuclear chief stressed that the world is fortunate that a nuclear accident has not happened in Ukraine. The IAEA chief pushed Moscow and Kyiv to commit to preventing any attack on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Russian and Ukrainian envoys at the United Nations blamed each other's countries for the crisis, although they did not reject the principles put forward by the IAEA chief. Now, why is the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant important, and what are these 5 principles that have been outlined by the UN nuclear watchdog? Let's try and understand. First off, the IAEA chief has outlined 5 principles to avert nuclear catastrophe in Ukraine. His 5 principles included that there should be no attack on or from the plant. Principle 2 here, it states no heavy weapons such as multiple rocket launchers. That's the first principle. As you can see, this is the second one. They should avoid militarizing the facility completely. It states that heavy weapons such as multiple rocket launchers, artillery systems and munitions and tanks or military personnel should be housed there. Principle 3 here states that external power supply to the plant must also be secured. Principle 4 then, it states that to protect the plant's safety systems from attacks, that is a priority at this point. And lastly, Principle 5 says no action should undermine the terms in this scenario. Moscow accused Kyiv and its Western allies of creating threats to the plant's safety. As well, Russia has said it's already taking steps to ensure safety of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. And here's what Russia's UN ambassador had to say.
Обеспечение ядерной и физической безопасности ядерных объектов всегда было и остается безусловным приоритетом нашей страны. Россия с самого начала при поддержке руководства агентства прилагала все возможные усилия, направленные на предотвращение угроз безопасности Запорожской атомной электростанции, создаваемых режимом Зеленского и его западными кураторами.
Now, Ukraine's ambassador to the UN said IAEA principles must be complemented with the demand of full demilitarization and deoccupation of the station. Now, why is the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant so important here? This plant, it is Europe's largest nuclear power facility. Zaporizhzhia used to supply around 20% of Ukraine's electricity and continued to function in the early months of Russia's offensive, despite frequent shelling in the area. Power production here was halted last September. Since then, none of the 6 Soviet-era reactors have generated any electricity for the area. However, the facility remains connected to the Ukrainian power grid for its own needs, of course, notably to cool the reactors here. Well, that's all, Rohit. Over to you now.
Thanks, Hem, for that rather great explainer about how to safeguard the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.